along in the early stages, bright and clear on the right, and the pink cap pulling quite hard. And the rider, Richard Hughes, trying to get an anchor down, but she's not proving very amenable to the restraint at the moment, bright and clear. Missouri now comes through in the noseband to header, and Richard Hughes will be grateful for the lead. Love Everlasting is wider in a blue sleeve jacket. Ishtak in the colours of Shake Handan, blue and white. Frosty Welcome caught wide on the course on the rail. Darkish colours, Treble Heights, the red cap of Alexander 3D. Lobatica and Damask Rose towards the back as we take the bird's eye view as they run along the back straight, and we'll shortly be climbing over Rose Hill, which is about 1.25 miles from the finish. And it's Missouri by a couple of lengths to Ishtak, wide of Bright and Clear. Love Everlasting on the outside of Alexander 3D, and then Treble Heights and Frosty Welcome, Damask Rose and Lobatica, the German-trained filly at the back in the hands of Kieran Fallon. Dark green sleeve jacket on the outside of Damask Rose, disputing last place. They're beginning to turn left-handed now, a long way from the stands, running to the final mile in this 1.75 plus test, the full St Leger course and distance. And it's Missouri and Ted Durkin, who won earlier on Somnus. He shows the way again to Ishtak on the outside of Bright and Clear. She just hasn't settled all the way, Bright and Clear. It'd be very surprising if she sees it out. Love Everlasting is wide of Alexander 3D, then Treble Heights driving up the inside with plenty of cover. Lobatica, Frosty Welcome has been caught wide all the way, is still shielded from view. The grey nose just comes into shot with Daryl Holland riding, and Damask Rose looks on from last place as they approach the final turn. Missouri still takes them along with a flowing action. Missouri by a length to Ishtak in second place. Bright and Clear third on the inside. Love Everlasting is stoked along. Alexander 3D going strongly in behind these leaders. The red cap filly with the sheepskin noseband, Treble Heights, trying to get off the fence. Frosty Welcome looks a bit tap for toe at the moment as Lobatica and Damask Rose tries to improve as they run down to the last 3 furlongs. And Ishtak comes there swinging with on the rail Missouri. Alexander 3D is also poised to pounce out wide. Then Bright and Clear, 2.5 furlongs to cover. Treble Heights, the Chester winner, has every chance, moves into 4th place ahead of Damask Rose. Frosty Welcome has dropped to last, has run very tamely as they run inside the last quarter mile, and Alexander 3D now strikes from Ishtak, Bright and Clear and Treble Heights, then Damask Rose as they run down towards the final furlong, and Alexander 3D, the York winner, trying to follow up here in the Park Hill. Treble Heights and Bright and Clear giving chase in second and third, and then Damask Rose, but it's Alexander 3D driven out by Michael Hills and wins decisively from Treble Heights, then Bright and Clear, who kept going very well in the end. Damask Rose for clear of Ishtak, and then Lobatica and Missouri, Frosty Welcome and Love Everlasting was the eventual last to finish. Alexander 3D, the 7-4 favourite and winner of this Rothmans Royals Park Hill Stakes. She ran in high-class company earlier in the season, had a mid-season break, came back to win the Gultries at York, and Barry Hills continuing his tremendous record here at Doncaster, winning the main group prize of this first day of the St Leger meeting, and doubtless the Hills team will have other contenders for the big prizes later in the week. Always travelling well for Michael Hills here. Alexander 3D, he had her in a good position at York. He had her much closer to the pace than she'd raced in earlier starts. And stepping up in distance this time, she's not been found wanting by any measure of means, and has stayed on strongly all the way to the line. Treble Heights, a filly having only her second run on the outside for Michael Owen, has run an excellent race, taking a steep rise in class. And a word too for Bright and Clear, who never settled, but she kept going better than I thought she would.
Alexander 3D did touch 15-8 on the course. The well-backed 7-4 favourite for Michael Hills beats Treble Heights, a 10-1 chance. Bright and Clear was third at 8-1 with Damask Rose. You won't get paid on this fourth at 25-1. Alexander 3D, the 4th favourite in 12 runnings to win the Park Hill since it was opened up to older fillies. Milletrian 2 years ago was favourite, and in the 90s Noble Rose and Patricia, and Barry Hills wins